Bakubrad96 here with another Bakugan Geogan Rising deck profile. Today I thought we would revisit my Ventus Pyrus Stoke deck. Not too much has changed about it, but I definitely do have some new Bakugan in there, kind of showcasing them in different strategies. That is of course Serpilius and Falcron. This deck focuses on the Green Fist, which I know everyone has seen a lot of, but that's just the Bakugan that I'm getting and how I can use them, just working it out, and we're going with it. So let's go ahead and get right into it because I don't want this to be too long for everyone. After all, you have seen a lot of the cards I have and a lot of the Bakugan. And before we get into the video, however, I do want to let everyone know that as of right now, 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. Definitely want to change that, so go ahead and if you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button because I do everything I can to bring out daily, consistent Bakugan content as well as giveaways. Which, speaking of, the giveaway winners of the first giveaway, that is for the Elemental Dragonoids, those prizes were sent out today. So that's very great news. Expect your prizes within hopefully 2 weeks. Could be a delay, I'm not sure, but I was told 2 weeks. Kind of max, sort of, maybe a little longer. Either way, those were sent out, so I hope those all get where they're going. And if you are not entered in the second giveaway is for a Diamond Finica Ultra. Remember, the way for your chance at that Bakugan giveaway is by subscribing and entering in the second giveaway video by telling me your favorite Geogan in the comments down below. I think that's all of the news I have for everyone, so back on to the awesome deck profile. The Bakugan used I have unboxed and shown before, so we'll go through them very quickly. It's Falcron Ultra, double Green Fist, 600 B power, 3 damage. If it lands on a Green Fist, it gets another 600. Kind of the same spread as Serpilius, which is why I paired the two together in the new Stoke build. Then we have my favorite Scorpion Boy, Pensitar Ultra. 2 Green Fist, B power of 100, 5 damage, but if it lands on a Green Fist, plus 1000 B power. He is definitely a big hitter in the deck, and he definitely goes well with the other two being Green Fist, and they all get buffs from landing on Green Fist cores. And then last but not least, of course, Serpilius, 2 Green Fist, B power of 600, 1 damage, and he also gets 600 B power if he lands on a Green Fist. So, yet again another Green Fist deck, but this time it's backing the Stoke ability, and it is an edit to my Stoke deck list from earlier. Baku cores, we use the most of what we can. We have 3 plus 150 B power plus 2 damage. And then 3 plus 100 B power, and then Pyrus Ventus get plus 3 damage. The cores didn't change from the deck. I think I just added one each of the different Green Fists because it ended up being 6. So not a lot of difference there. Not a lot of variety with the Bakugan I'm using. But the deck did change. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. We have 2 Burning Bash. It's 2 energy for plus 4 damage, and you remove an enemy Bakugan's Bakucore. And it has the Stoke ability. So remember everyone, the Stoke ability is when you play the card, you can pay an additional 2 energy to gain its effect a second time. And that is kind of what this entire deck is based around. Next up is Pyro Cannon. It's a Bakugear for 2 energy, plus 100 B power, and plus 2 damage. I did decide to use a few Bakugear just for fun in this deck. Then I have 3 Searing Strike, 2 energy for plus 400 B power. 2 Turn to Energy, 2 energy to energize this Uncharge. So just a way to get some free energy and go up. Then we have Ventus Rampage, 2 energy for plus 1 damage for each energy you have in play, and then boost if you have 7 or more energy in play, you get Shadow Strike as well. So a very good card. Always on Offense, with 3 energy to reveal the top card of your deck. You give a Bakugan damage equal to the revealed card's energy cost, and then you get to draw 1. This has the Stoke ability as well. Then I have 2 Burn Cutter, 3 energy, Bakugear with an armor rating of 1, 100 B power, and 5 damage. Giving you a whole lot of damage with this card. I really like it because it boosts your damage a lot. Next up in the deck is Fusion Super Saw. 3 energy to draw 1 and you can energize a card from your hand uncharged, as well as it has the Stoke ability, so a way to really draw into your deck and get a lot of energy very quickly, which helps because this deck does have a ton of higher cost 1-ofs that are kind of power plays, or what I like to call closeout cards where they just end the game. Then I have 2 Shield Breaker, 3 energy. This turn your Bakugan has Victor or gets Victor +6 and ignore armor rating on opposing players' cards this turn. So very nice. It gets through those armor rating Baku gear cards, and you definitely want to play it when you know you're going to win the brawl, so you get a huge chunk of damage in. Very nice. Then of course, because it is a Stoke deck, we have 1 of Strata the Hunter. 3 energy and you can stoke your cards for free. So that 2 energy you have to play to gain the ability a second time, no longer a problem if you have him out, which makes the deck really ridiculous and OP in my opinion. Following that, we have 2 Ventus Fortitude, 3 energy for -500 B power and you get to draw 1, and it has Stoke. Not a lot of debuff cards in the deck. I think that is the only one running it just because it does have the Stoke ability. Then I have 2 Volatile Instincts, 3 energy for +6 damage, and then if you energize this from your hand, you can pay 2 to draw 1. With all the energy cards, being able to uncharge from your hand, this might come up with Fusion Super Saw, so kind of an interaction there. Not necessarily a good one, but an interaction nonetheless. Then I have 1 of Crystal Quake. 4 energy for draw 2 cards and then turbo. If you have the most energy cards in play, give an opposing Bakugan -700 B power. Could come up otherwise, just more card draw. Then I have a 1 of Searing Ventus Sun. 4 energy for +12 damage. Ventus Venom. 4 energy, you must reroll your Bakugan. If you open on the reroll, you may energize the top 2 cards of your deck uncharged, then +100 B power for each energy card you have in play. A very strong card. Again, you want to get to that turbo and just have a ton of energy to play so you can make sure you get those Stoke abilities off. Bakugan Supercharge. 5 energy for +100 B power and +1 damage for each energy card you have in play. But it has the Stoke ability, so again, it could get super ridiculous as long as you have the energy to activate. Or if you have Strata on the field, because he makes your Stoke free. Baku Mortar, another Baku gear card for 5 energy. It gives you Shadow Strike, 300 B power, and 6 damage. A huge chunk of damage there and a really nice card. 2 Magmagon, just for those strong B power plays. It's 6 energy for +1200 B power. Gaia Rockets, 7 energy for a Baku gear card with an armor rating of 2. When this flips from your deck, you can pay 2 energy to energize a card from your hand uncharged, as well as it gives a Bakugan 700 B power and 5 damage. Really cool card. And with an armor rating of 2, it can definitely soak up that damage. Buoyant Blast, 8 energy for +2000 B power and +10 damage. This was a new card that I pulled from a Ultra Pack, and I figured why not run it? It did meet the deck's factions, and I thought it was really cool. Just as a one of, kind of give it a whirl. And then Ventus Earthbreaker, 8 energy for Double Strike and Shadow Strike, which is really cool. It's a shame this card costs so much, but again, we're cheating out energy, we're kind of turboing into it, so hopefully we play it a little earlier than we normally would. It also gives a Bakugan 1200 B power and 3 damage. A very strong card, and I really like it. I like the artwork a lot. It is just really cool. Before I get into the last part of the deck, which is the flip cards I run, I do want to say that cats can be vicious. I noticed as my hand was on the camera that my niece's cat really messed me up, so sorry if you're all kind of grossed out by those scratches. I know it can be displeasing to see, but I like cats even if they don't like me. Fun fact, they're not always friendly. So the flip cards to finish it off, we have Featherwall. I won't read them out because I know you all have seen these before, so I'll just flip through them rather, kind of slow but kind of quick. just because there's no sense in reading out a card I have previewed in deck list, I don't know, 3-4 times for everyone. Just random silence as we're flipping through cards, everybody. But Field of Flames is really nice. You know, 2 energy, you get to energize the top card of your deck uncharged. Yeah, it's cool. Again, when you're trying to turbo into energy and play those high cost cards I showed, you definitely want the free energy. So Too Fast, I don't know if I've showed this one, so I will explain it. 4 energy to block a non-fusion Bakugan, and then if you do, you can energize it uncharged. A lot of energizing because, like I said, you want to play into those higher costed Baku action cards and Baku gear cards. So I have 2 of those. And then the final card of the deck profile, of course, is Boulder Block. 5 energy to block any attack, and if you stoked a card this turn, it costs 3 less to play. I really wish I had more of these, but the Geogan Rising structure, the Secrets of the Geogan deck that this came in, you only got 1 of. But if you could, you definitely would want to run more just because of the it costing 3 less because if you've stoked a card. That is super. And to finish off the video for today, I will preview the Bakugan just one more time and hit that camera because it cannot be a Baku Brad 96 video if I do not hit that camera. Am I right, everyone? But here we have Ventus Stoke. Very nice Bakugan. I've ranted about it before and how much I like the design. I will not do it again, I promise. Arliss Pinsitaur. And Pyrus Falcron. Of course, newly unboxed. I just had to put him into a deck because when I saw he was double green fist, kind of the whole reason the deck came together. I knew I wanted to update the Stoke deck, and then I got the Serpilius before. It just seemed to all fit. You know, a green fist Stoke deck. It was all there, and I made it, and I uploaded it. I hope everyone enjoyed the deck profile. I might work on it in the future. I'm not sure yet. It was kind of just an idea I threw together rather quickly. But that is it for this deck profile. I will be uploading another deck profile shortly, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And other than that, I hope all of you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.